What's up, you guys? Habs lose 7-4 to the Florida Panthers. Did I mention this after midnight? The Habs do it again. They force me to do a video because the way they come back sometimes, they just make me want to talk about them. Even when I plan maybe not to and take a night off, they do it again. They do it again. So, a few things I want to go through with this game. There was a lot that happened in this game. Very eventful game with the Florida Panthers. Joel Edmudson scoring his first goal of the season dedicated to his father. Justin Barron getting his first NHL point. Nick Suzuki, 50th career point, well, career high for him in an NHL season. Mike Hoffman, as mentioned in the title of the thumb, whatever I ended up going with. Jake Evans looked to separate his shoulders. So that's what we're going to talk about. All right. So let's get right to it. Now, the Habs were down 4-1, as we know, and Justin Barron in this game making his first real big mistake when the Habs were on the power play, coughing the puck up, which went the other way for a shorthanded goal by Jonathan Huberdeau. And you know what? That mistake, it's going to happen. Like, it's his second career NHL game, so I'm kind of glad that he got it out of the way early, because after that, he looked good. And what did he do? He got his first career NHL assist on Joel Edmondson's goal. And it was actually, even watching the beginning of that play between Edmondson and Barron, the way they were passing the puck back and forth, just cleanly organized, exited the zone clean. And then the puck goes up to Nick Suzuki. He wheels around the net, feeds it up to Joel Edmondson at the point, and then he gets his first goal of the season. And of course, dedicating it to his late father. So that was really great to see Joel Edmondson get that goal. He planned to dedicate his next goal to his dad, which he did, and that was a beautiful sight. So all the power to him, and cheers to him for that. So as I mentioned, on the very same play, Justin Barron, first career NHL point on Eddie's goal. So good for Justin to get that one out of the way just after getting his first big cough up out of the way, which was on the power play. So it's a good way to quickly forget that one. And then on that same play, also Nick Suzuki getting his 50th point of the season, which is the first time he's done that. It's a career high for Nick Suzuki, and I loved how on this play he just casually gets his 50th point and makes that play not about himself, collects the puck, and makes sure that Justin Barron gets that as a nice piece of memorabilia for his first career NHL point. So good on Nick Suzuki for doing that. Now, kind of the unofficial star of the game. He's not the star of the game, but Mike Hoffman single-handedly coughing up 2 goals in this game, one in the second period, one in the third period. So could have been 3 or 4 goals that he coughed up. And I hadn't really seen much of the way people were complaining about his play, but I did tonight. And we got, 2 more seasons under Mike Hoffman, and definitely didn't think a while back that he was going to be part of the long-term solution. I feel like Mark Bergevin signing Hoffman was a necessity, and that's why we have him on this team, because he's here for goal scoring and not much else. So, I mean, it's too bad. I mean, you could see how terrible Hoffman felt, especially after the 5-4 goal early in the third period where this game was tied. The Canadiens were very much in it when they were very much out of it for a good portion of that second period. Florida had the puck for what looked like the entire second period, and then the Habs just turn it around. And should give a shout out to Christian Dvorak too, who I've just been very happy with since his return from injury, and he got the tying goal. But yeah, just the way the Canadiens were able to come back, they are just never out of it. They never quit, and that's really why I'm doing this video, I think, is because they just do not quit. You're going against one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference here in the Florida Panthers, and yeah, like, just you don't see any quit from them, and that's why they make you come on here to do a video even after a loss. Of course, it was 7-4, but again, just no quit from them, and I just love seeing that, and it just amazed me how they were able to come back again in this game against the Florida Panthers. So, all right, back to Mike Hoffman. So, what do you guys propose that we do? I think it's pretty clear that we won't know what we're going to do with Mike Hoffman until we get to the summer, because we're going to try to part with more players, I think, starting with Jeff Petrie. And it's not to dump on Petrie, by the way, but I think it's just bound to happen, and it just makes sense to move on from Jeff. But he's injured right now, so I hope that he's well. And I'm going to give thanks to Jeff Petrie if he does part ways with us this summer, because I've been very happy with him overall as part of the Montreal Canadiens. But with Mike Hoffman here, I just think that we had him this season because we had to have him. We needed goal scoring, and maybe we'll still need him next season. Maybe we will. But I think it's time where you really look at the guys we're going to have to part with. And it's very clear and obvious that Mike Hoffman is not part of the long-term solution for the Montreal Canadiens. Don't like dumping on players, but He's not part of the long-term solution. Let's just tell it like it is. And Armia looked better tonight. He's been looking better lately in general. But guys like Hoffman, Armia is a question mark for being a long-term solution, being part of the long-term solution. So it's just very clear and obvious, and it just very well highlighted it for me tonight in this game. And I know the Canadiens are still riddled by injuries, Gallagher being out, Drouin being out. Now Jake Evans. Jake Evans taking a good little, I shouldn't say little, but it looked like he separated his shoulder going into the boards on a shorthanded break there. And I forget who the player was, but it was not much his fault. I mean, Jake kind of went in and just tried to break his fall against the boards with his hand, and then it looked like his left shoulder was separated there. I don't have official media release. We'll probably find out by the time this video's out here, but looked like a separated shoulder for Jake Evans, and that's too bad because we don't need any more injuries, even though there's only under 20 games left. But still, it did look like Jakey separated his shoulders, so hopefully he's okay is the main thing. But the Habs are going into Carolina on Thursday. So, and Jesperi Kotkaniemi, he had an ugly injury the other day as well. So who knows how long he's going to be out. But guys, I had to do this video because again, the Canadiens just they encourage me, they inspire me sometimes, and you guys have been super faithful on this channel as well. And I just want to mention that a new episode of my longer form podcast on this channel called Deeks and Vaca, my show with my buddy Eric Vaca and he's from my ball hockey team, he's my captain, and that will be dropping probably. Well, I'm saying tomorrow, even though it's after midnight right now. So technically today, going to be talking about fighting in hockey, the Nathan McKinnon fight that we just saw, where he could be out long term from that fight going into the playoffs. Not good. We also talk about the NHL salary cap in the playoffs, and then we also talk about. Actually, I do have the subjects up here. It's not escaping me. No, I deleted them. What else did we talk about? Oh, the trade deadline. Yes. So the trade deadline, which of course is long overdue, it seems now. It's over a week ago. But do tune into our long form show if you're enjoying this channel, if you've made it this far in the video, especially. Please tune in. Check it out. It's always interesting conversations hockey-wise with Eric. He's just a great hockey mind. He needs more exposure on YouTube, in my personal opinion, because of how smart he is and how well he thinks the game and how well he thinks the future of the game, addressing fighting and many other things. So thanks for watching, guys. Always appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.